Jake smiled. Sunlight streamed through the windshield. It bathed the world in a warm glow. He hummed along to the radio. His car ate up the miles, a comforting rhythm on the open road. It was a perfect day for a drive. No destination in mind, just the freedom of the open highway. The highway unspooled before him like a ribbon of silver. The air was alive with the scent of pine. Birdsong drifted in through the open windows. Occasionally another car would pass. A fleeting moment of connection in the vastness of the day. But for the most part, Jake was alone with his thoughts, enjoying the solitude. A flash of movement caught Jake's eye. A man stood on the side of the road, waving his arms frantically. He was dressed in a rumpled suit. A suitcase lay open at his feet, its contents spilling out. His face was creased with worry. Jake pulled over. It was a reflex, an act of kindness that felt as natural as breathing. As he got closer, he could see the beads of sweat on the man's forehead. The man's eyes held a mixture of desperation and hope. "Please," the man said, his voice hoarse. "I need to get to the train station. My train leaves in an hour." Jake didn't hesitate. "Get in," he said, opening the passenger door. "I'll get you there." The man's face broke into a relieved smile. He quickly gathered his belongings and climbed into the car. "Thank you," he said, his voice filled with gratitude. "You're a lifesaver." "I'm Alex," the man said, extending a hand. "Jake," he replied, shaking it. As they drove, Alex explained that he was on his way to a job interview. He had missed his bus and feared his chance at a new life was slipping away. Jake listened intently. Their conversation flowed easily. They talked about their lives, their hopes, their dreams. They discovered a shared love of classic rock and old movies. Alex was a gifted storyteller. He spoke with a quiet intensity that drew Jake in. The miles melted away. The car became a haven of shared humanity. Jake pulled up to the train station just as the train was arriving. Alex jumped out. "Thank you," he said, gripping Jake's hand. "I can't thank you enough." He hurried towards the platform, his suitcase bumping behind him. He turned and gave Jake a final wave before disappearing into the crowd. Jake watched him go, a warm feeling spreading through his chest. It was a simple act of kindness, a brief encounter on a sunny stretch of highway. But in that moment, something profound had passed between them. A connection had been made, a bond forged in the crucible of shared experience. Jake continued his journey, his heart lighter than it had been in a long time. He thought about Alex, hoping he aced his interview. He realized that sometimes the greatest journeys are not about reaching a destination. They're about the unexpected encounters along the way. They're about the simple acts of kindness that remind us of our shared humanity. And they're about the knowledge that even the smallest gestures can have a ripple effect, spreading outwards like waves on a still pond. He smiled, eager to see where the road would take him next.